Hello, my dear students. I am Mohammad Rafiuddin Ali, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Adipana and STMSN Campus, Kakinada. So, I'm going to discuss in this particular lecture. I'm going to introduce you what is actually cloud computing. It is one of your fifth semester subject. So, before actually going into the content, are we using cloud computing or not? Are we people are using cloud computing or not? So if you particularly means want to answer this question, I say that most of us, or rather all of us, are actually using cloud computing because it's today it's mandatory that we are all people, all of us are having this email IDs for us. So what you're doing in the, what you're doing with the email ID, you're sending and receiving the information. You're sending a message from one place to another place. So where actually this message is going through, it is going through a server where if we send a message, the message is sent to a server, it resides there for some time, it is residing there, and whenever the recipient want to view it, when he click on the mail link, so that particular message is shown on his screen. So that's it. If you are aware of this when you're using this email, then I can say that you are the cloud user. Okay, so now what actually is a cloud computing? So I'm going to introduce about what is cloud, introduce you about cloud computing, what actually is the cloud computing, the benefits and the risks. So cloud actually provides us the means which we can use, which we can access the application as utilities or internet. So it is providing us a way, a means where you can access the application via internet. See, you're accessing many applications on the internet. Like, for example, I will take in this particular lecture the example of your Google Drive. So when if you're the users of the Google Drive there, on the drive, you are just saving your files there, and you are going to access that file wherever you want. Okay, so that's the best example, and also you're using the applications which are actually available on the internet there, so you can access them from anywhere. So it allows you to create, configure, and customize the business applications online there. So you can create your business applications. You need not develop those applications in-house there. In fact, you can create those applications online, and you can configure them, and you can customize them, and you can use them. And with the cloud, the users can access the database resources via internet from anywhere for as long as they need, without worrying about any maintenance or management of actual resources. Means you are not here, you are not managing any resources there. Just now I told you that the mail is there. The mail is stored on the server. You are not maintaining the server. Okay. You are not maintaining the Google Drive, the address space there. You are not maintaining the application. That is maintained by some other person, and just you are simply using those applications. Next, what actually is a cloud? Actually, the cloud actually refers to a network or an internet. In other words, you can say that the cloud is something which is present in a remote location. Means remote location in the sense which is far away from you. So the one which is far away from you, a system which is far away from you. So you are just saying that it is actually a cloud, which is a remote, means which is present, which is present in something which is in a remote location. So the cloud can provide services for public and private. Means these service, whatever the things which are placed in the remote machine, those are provided to you via your WAN, LAN, or the VPN there, the wide area network, the local area network, or your virtual private networks there. Applications such as email, web conferencing, customer relationship management execute on the cloud. So you know very well the emails, the web conferencing. Right now, see here, I'm using the internet to record my lecture there, and I will place this lecture on the internet, and you can access them. So this is what actually the cloud which we are using. Next, what is actually the cloud computing? It refers to the manipulating, configuring, and accessing the hardware and software resources remotely. So it is refers to the manipulation, the configuration, and accessing of the hardware or software resources. So whatever the software or the hardware resources which are available, you are going to manipulate them via internet, via online. So I'm sorry, I just lost the connection. So we are back. So what means you're going to manipulate, configure, and access the hardware and software resources remotely. So any resources which are in the remote location, you are going to access them. You need to configure them here. It offers online data storage, infrastructure, and applications. Any applications which are placed online, it offers you the data structure and the infrastructure. Here, I will give you an example. There. Now, if you want to prepare a Word document, so earlier, what you have to do, you have to install some word processor in your system, and then you need to prepare the document. But once the cloud is existing now, you need not actually install any application on your system there. If you are having an internet connection, just go to the Google Docs, open a document, prepare a document online, you save it. It is saved in the cloud. I mean, this Google Drive there, and you can access that document from anywhere. And also on the single document, many people can simultaneously work out. So this is what actually the cloud computing is giving you. It is having giving you the online storage. It is giving the infrastructure and application there, and it is a combination of hardware and software based upon the computing resources. So whatever the computing resources are available, it is actually the combination of this hardware and software. So observe the figure here. So this figure means under this location, particular location, which is actually uh, shown here. Okay, the one which is shown here. Now this area actually is the cloud. So where the storage, the infrastructure, and the application is there, and you are accessing this cloud via various resources using your desktops, your personal digital assistants, okay, your smartphones, okay, your smartphones there, and any other devices which you can access via cloud. So this is actually possible via means in the cloud. Next, the cloud computing offers a platform independency. The software is not required to be installed locally on the PC there. Hence, the cloud computing is making our business applications mobile and collaborative. So this is the very primary advantage here. So you need not, it is the platform independence. It is because whatever is the platform, whatever the system you are using, whatever the hardware device you are using, whatever the software means, whatever the operating system which you are using. So that is irrelevant. If you are having an internet connection, you can open your browser, you can connect to the application which is residing on the remote system, simply connect it, work with it. Okay, work with it, and then that it is done there. Hence, the cloud computing making the business application mobile and collaborative. That's what I said, that people sitting anywhere means at different locations can collaborate with each other and work on a single application. And also, um, the mobile, if you are a mobile person, so if you are moving from one place to another place also, then also you need not carry the application, any data along with you, that simply you are placing it in the cloud, and wherever it is required, you're just logging it, provided the internet connection is there, simply you will log in, and then you're going to work with that application. So cloud computing process to cut the operational and the capital cost, and more importantly, let the IT department focus on strategic projects instead of keeping the data centers instead of keeping the data. Now here, the operational cost and the capital costs are being reduced there, because you're not maintaining the servers, no, you're not maintaining the devices here, you're not buying the software there. So you are just the operational cost and the capital costs have been reduced there, and the IT departments are focusing on the strategic projects instead of keeping the data centers. It means they need not worry about the data centers, how they are running, how the server is running. They did not bother about all this. Simply, they can focus on the strategic projects. So, what are the benefits of the cloud computing? So, applications are provided over the internet. They can manipulate and configure the applications. No software is required. Online development and deployment tools. Okay, resources available on the network, on-demand service, cost-effective, highly efficient, reliable, and flexible. One by one, if you look at it. one can access the applications as it increase over the internet because the applications are available on the internet. You can access them as it release. Say again the example the Google Docs, which is available on the uh, in the internet. Simply you are going to Google Docs, you're opening, and whatever the presentation you want, you can prepare it online. Whatever the spreadsheet, if you want to prepare, you can prepare it. You can make a document there. One can manipulate and configure the applications online at any time. So you can configure, you can manipulate and configure the applications online at any time. So if internet is available, you can work with the applications from anywhere. And it does not require any software to install to access and manipulate the cloud. As I just said that if you are having internet, of course, if you are having a browser, simply what you can do, you can access the cloud applications without installing any software here. And cloud computing offers online development and deployment tools, programming runtime environment through the PaaS model. So these models we are going to discuss later on. It is actually platform as a service model. So it is actually providing a platform for the online development and deployment tools here for developing the applications. Next, cloud resources are available over the network. Okay, and in the manner that they provide platform independent access to any type of clients. So any type of clients relevant of any platform, they can access it. And cloud computing offers on-demand self-service. The resources can be used without interaction with the cloud service provider. So the services which are provided by the cloud service provider on demand, you can just ask him, or without interacting with him, you can just simply access the services. And it is highly cost effective because it operates at the high efficiency with optimum utilization. It just requires an internet connection. So it is very hot cost effective. Right from the beginning, I'm stressing on this particular point. If you are having internet connection, that's it. You can simply use the cloud. Okay, that's why it is very highly cost effective. And cloud computing offers load balancing that makes it more reliable. Means you can balance the load when several people are working. So you can balance the load also, and it makes it more reliable. But apart from having these benefits there, the cloud is also having some risks also. So what are the risks behind this here? The security and the privacy. Since the data management and infrastructure management in the cloud is provided by the third party, it is always a risk to hand over the sensitive information to the cloud service provider. Now here, when you are placing the data in on a system which is maintained by a third party, then it is at a risk. Obviously, when you are keeping the data in the hands of someone here, there, then it is obviously a risky thing. Although the cloud computing vendors ensure highly secure password protected document, any sign of security breach may result in the loss of customers and business. So if you are having any kind of security breaches there, because there is a high chances you are all aware about the always talk about the hackers, how they actually tend to steal the data, they want to damage the data. In such cases, it is very problematic. And also lock-in. What is this lock-in? So it is very difficult for the customer to switch from one cloud service provider to another. Means when you are when you have opted for a one customer, one cloud service provider there. So it depends upon the dependency here because you have to depend on, if you want to switch from one cloud service provider to another cloud service provider, then it will be difficult for you. Okay, it is a challenge because several issues were realized, which we will discuss in the later sessions there. So next is isolation failure. The risk involved the failure of isolation mechanism that separates storage, memory, and routing between the different tenants there. So isolation failure in the sense the mechanism that separates the storage, memory, and routing between the different tenants because the system will get isolated and sometimes there will be a failure there. Okay, that's a risky factor there. Next is the management interface compromise. In case of public cloud provider, the customer management interfaces are accessible through the internet. So if it is a public cloud provider, the customer management interfaces are accessible via internet there, then also it is a risk because when it is public, it is available to many people. And insecure and incomplete data deletion, it is possible that the data request to be deleted may not get deleted sometimes. Sometimes the data is not get deleted there. Okay. because extra copies of the data may be stored but not available at the time of deletion. So same data may be stored at several places. When you are deleting, the other copies may not be available, and that data may reside on the cloud there. And once it is residing, it may be available to the other person. And also, the disk that stores the data of multiple tenants is destroyed. That is also means disk that stores the data of multiple tenants. When multiple tenants are there, multiple users are there, if the disk is destroyed, then also that's a problem. So this is what actually we have discussed that apart from cloud computing, which is actually nowadays is useful. So it has several advantages apart from having high risk there. So in the next session, we will discuss about what kind of models are available for us, what is the public cloud, private cloud, what is different types of services which are provided with the cloud. Here we will discuss. So that's it, my dear students. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.